but he hasn't budged, has he? He's hardly moved. Now, finally, he's going. We're going to see another little angle on it. It's a kick in the head as he went through. He'll be fine. That sounds a little bit dismissive, but it's a kind of, he's been clunked in the head a wee bit. It doesn't look that awful.
Yeah, it was a sort of glancing blow as Alexander-Arnold hurdled him and caught him with the sort of flat part of the top of his boot, and just on the side of the head. Obviously, it's a concern. It's a head injury. Therefore, we have to have the protocol, the established protocol. Let me tell you, it has finished Motherwell 2, Aberdeen 0. Another defeat for Aberdeen. They've really fallen off, haven't they?
Yeah, they had a great start to the season, but it was always going to be difficult for them to keep it up, and it's beginning to slide.
Yeah, that was the 2:30 kick-off. Early, if you haven't heard, it finished a really exciting match. Hibs 3, Rangers 3, an Igamane hat-trick. And St Johnstone have just got a goal back, the bottom team against Dundee. St Johnstone 1, Dundee 3, still Celtic 3, St Mirren 0. Just while I've been running through those scores, Nenu has received his treatment. He's been led off the field on the far side, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be waved back on.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Which is one of those ones that if someone kicked you in the head 30 seconds into a game in a freezing cold day like this, you'd probably not feel that great, but he'll recover fine.
And it is cold, and that is what they've warned us, haven't they? I don't know how many warnings we received over the course of the last couple of days, but they did warn about freezing rain, and it feels like that. Liverpool on this 23-match unbeaten run in all competitions, just the one defeat this season, just the one defeat under Arne Slot, and don't forget they won handsomely as Menu comes back onto the field. He was waved back on and he was sprinting straight over and won the ball back from Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool could be caught cold here. Hoyland takes it down the left-hand side, but Liverpool have been able to get the numbers back, and Anfield absolutely furious that Menu was allowed to come back on and catch Alexander-Arnold in the way that he did. Menu then back to Dalot, and then it comes back centrally for Manchester United, who are in their all-white kit today. They're almost blending into all of the snow that's piled up on the sides of the pitch. Manchester United come again, 0-0 very early stages, and in fact Dalot goes round the outside of Alexander-Arnold, who's able to get back and recover extremely well, and then Konate put under pressure by Hoyland inside the penalty area, and he chips it up to Salah, who gets a shove in the back from Martinez. Nothing too aggressive, but he made sure he knew he was there, Pat.
Yeah. Do you know the odd thing about it? I mean, last night we watched the penalty given against Arsenal, and a kind of example of something you've never almost seen before. I can't remember last time I've seen a player sneaking on behind and 50,000 people not shouting, "He's behind you," because that's what they should have done. And if that would have led to the goal, that could have been mayhem in the stadium.
If that had led to a Manchester United goal...
I bet there was nothing wrong with it, John.
No, but you can imagine the reaction. Anyway, it didn't. It's still 0-0. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. And the rain is swirling around Anfield underneath the floodlights. And here's McAllister playing it out to Diaz on the left-hand side. Diaz, who scored a couple of goals in that win at Old Trafford earlier in the season. Of course, Mo Salah got the other goal as well. He always scores against Manchester United, it seems. And now here's Konate, who missed the last 8 matches. We knew he was back in training, but we weren't necessarily expecting him to be back in the team, but that's what he is.
It may well be the case that had other players been able to stay fit, they'd have given him a little bit more time, and been really, really cautious about it. But, Leeds must in certain situations, and this is a game, as I said, it's not just Manchester United, it's the gap that this can provide for Liverpool at the top of the league.
Here's Jones, does well for Liverpool in the centre circle, keeps possession against Martinez, then it's played forward by Robertson, that's headed down and away, only back to the red shirts of Liverpool, but Jones is dispossessed by Menu. There's a nice little interchange between Hoyland and Menu. Hoyland went crashing down, but referee Oliver plays the advantage with Manchester United in possession, but that pass is a little short from Mazraoui, and so Liverpool have got it back 10 yards inside their own half with McAllister, who's strong, very strong against Bruno Fernandes, and then Gravenberch with a simple pass over the halfway line for Alexander-Arnold, who seems to have so much space in front of him. Instead, he gives it to the right-hand side to Salah, shoots across goal, stretch from Maguire, he got his leg to it, and that actually killed the ball dead, and Ugarte was able to come in and sweep it out of play. Liverpool take the throw quickly. They're sensing vulnerability about Manchester United, and wins the first corner of the match for Liverpool.
Ease in which Salah gets the ball. He's got Dalla in front of him, and there doesn't look any chance that Dalla's going to get the ball off him there. Just cruises inside, puts a very, very dangerous ball in. Because here you need to stop crosses. Sometimes it's easier said than done against a player like him.
That's Pat Nevin with us for the commentary here on 5 Live in the World Service. Pat, former Scotland international, played here on Merseyside for Everton. Chelsea man as well, twice a Chelsea Player of the Year. And we are staring down to our left through that vague misting and raininess towards the Anfield Road end, where Alexander-Arnold is going to take this corner, an out swinger, which he does now, and goalkeeper Anana Combs gets a punch on that, up in the air, headed away by Bruno Fernandes, only just outside the penalty area. Jones under pressure, heads it, but he actually heads it for Manchester United to bring it forward. Here's Amad Diallo now for Manchester United, over there on the far side, in front of the Sir Kenny Dalglish stand. Liverpool going back into their own half. Menu, Manchester United, for this match, bringing back Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes into the team. They were missing through suspension for the Newcastle match, but Menu also coming in, so Xerxes on the substitutes bench after his early substitution in the Newcastle match. And Manchester United go all the way back to the edge of their own penalty area and then begin to build again. Ugarte, De Ligt, now to Mazraoui, the Moroccan, who is way down below us in front of Arne Slot, and Manchester United turn and try to exert a little bit of control on this, try to just quell the atmosphere. Long pass from Maguire, but that's beyond Bruno Fernandes, and it bounces out for a throw, despite the United captain applauding the intent.
Yeah, but I think what you said was right. You would have made a better decision there, because you were saying, we're getting a little bit of control again. Give everyone a touch, pass it around a bit, slow Liverpool down. Don't allow them to get into their flow. But giving the ball away easily like that is not a good idea against Liverpool, because you don't get it back for a long time.
I hope you're not suggesting I'm naturally conservative or anything. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. Here is Robertson, then McAllister goes back into the centre circle. We are going to go for an update on Northampton Bath, which was on Sports Extra. That's your choice of listening right now, the Premiership Rugby Union match, but with Liverpool in possession here. Let's just see how this develops. Here is Konate with his blue boots on. The first choice central defensive partnership reunited. Long pass from Konate towards the edge of the box, headed away by Mazraoui. Gravenberg nods that forward, cleared away by Martinez, and here is Dallo actually, who's able to take it away for Manchester United, who are attacking towards the Kop end. Although I say that, they're not attacking, they turn and actually go back towards the edge of their own penalty area. Maguire tries another long pass out to the right, where Mazraoui's able to take it down. Manchester United, the team that has lost 4 in a row in all competitions. The last time Manchester United lost 5 in a row was 1936. Here's Højlund with a touch back to Menu, but Liverpool win it back. Then Alexander-Arnold, left-footed ball across field, but under the head of Mazraoui, and then Amad Diallo in a very central position. Actually just takes the ball back to the edge of his own penalty area. I think this is a tactic, Pat, yeah. Manchester United.
Yeah, try and kill it. They'll hold it there as much as possible. They know that Liverpool are trying to play a quite high line against them. The problem Manchester United have got, who's got the real pace to go beyond that line? Højlund possibly not, but that Mandalo, he's got a little bit of pace.
Another long pass from Maguire, nicely turned by Bruno Fernandes to Mazraoui, and now it's switched to the left-hand side to Dallo, but Liverpool are back in position. Here's Ugarte, 35 yards out, turns, passes.
It's festive road trip time, and we all know the question is coming. Are we there yet?
And then back to De Ligt near the halfway line. And it is very slow from Manchester United, this, and then suddenly 3 Liverpool players converge on De Ligt, and he plays it off McAllister and out for a throw.
Yeah, when you watch Manchester United playing that, you're thinking, is this the plan, or is this a mirror of what the manager was saying beforehand? You know, they've not got the belief to take a chance and play those balls that are the ones you have to, the half-chance balls that you play through that are only on for a millisecond. Because there's no belief in the group, or most of the group, they're playing the safe and secure ball all the time. You're not going to get much out of Liverpool. Certainly, you're not going to score many goals or create many chances if you do that all the way through.
Interesting scoreline at Tannadice, because Hearts have taken the lead through James Penrice. Dundee United 0, Hearts 1. That a 3 o'clock kickoff. Long one downfield for Manchester United. Alisson's come a long way out of his box. Højlund was always the second favourite. Alisson got there first, but again, Højlund just using the physical there, just made contact with the bodies after he cleared it away, let him know that he was there.
Højlund's not lightning quick. He's quick enough, but he's a powerful runner. That's the difference that he's got. So Van Dijk read it, seeing where he was going. And the thing about Højlund, recent game I watched him and he got so few touches, and people are questioning, oh, he's not getting many touches. That ain't his fault. That's the players behind him not giving him it.
Meno's giving it away to Gakpo, and then Ugarte's in with the challenge. The ball had gone. You can hear Anfield is in uproar. Gakpo was sent flying. It's a free kick that's been given, and no more than that, says Michael Oliver.
Well, he thought about it, didn't he? He really thought about it. I think his hand reached for his right hand pocket and tapped it. So one warning, I don't think he'll get another one.
Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. 5 Live and the World Service from the BBC. If you're braving the conditions, remember you can take us with you on BBC Sounds. That'll make it all better. Here's Jones. Jones now to Alexander-Arnold. 30 yards out. Here's Salah on the right-hand side. Salah's ball across, cleared by Martinez. Alexander-Arnold with a shot. That's blocked. Comes to Diaz with the effort on the right foot that sent that. He went for the curler, the attempted curler into the top corner, but it was wide and high by about 3 yards.
Any one of those 3 or 4 chances there could have led to a goal. Salah cutting in, unstoppable, not doing anything particularly complicated. Players are just backing off him and backing off him because of the fear factor. But when it falls to Trent Alexander-Arnold, you cannot expect it to be in the back of the net, but the block was made.
So the choice of listening right now on Sports Extra, you can hear Northampton Bath, and James Burridge has the latest.
This game is on a knife edge. Bath have come from 26-12 down to take the lead after a breakaway try from Joe Thokkana-Singer, but Finn Smith has just knocked over a penalty for Northampton to make it 32-31 with
Crewe 3, Bromley 1, and Bromley are now down to 10 men. It is 0-0 here at Anfield in the Premier League after Fulham 2, Ipswich 2 in our earlier commentary match, which sounded quite dramatic, and we'll have more on that at half-time. Luis Diaz through to Gravenberch. Gakpo shoots across the face of goal. Lovely touch. He was near the left corner of the box. It was classic Gakpo, actually, keeping his balance, and with the outside of his boot, as Anana came out, just flicked it past him, but it rolled across the face of goal and wide.
Everything brilliant except one thing. Great play. McAllister really well involved in it at the start. Nice play. Just cut them open completely. Well, ball by Diaz is fantastic. However, why is he hitting it with the outside of his right foot? Clip it with your left. It's the most natural. Give you an extra step. You can put a little bit more. I know it's not his favourite foot, but you're capable of doing that. That should have been a left foot finish. I suspect it would have been in the goal had he done it.
Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. How very old-fashioned of you, Pat.
Take it with the right foot, the correct foot.
Footballers being two-footed.
To be honest, I actually usually allow left-footers to be one-footed. It's a weird thing, but left-footers almost always are very one-footed. But right-footers, nah, you should be able to use your left. People think I'm strange saying that, but it's the way it works.
Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. The other day, I think when I was at Brentford, I said this is real winter football now. However, I didn't know what was coming. Here is Jones playing the ball to the left-hand side. So I would reassess my comments. And now I will say, this is real winter football.
Absolutely. The thing is, if you're a player, once you're out there running, you absolutely won't be feeling it. You feel nothing at all. You're just playing in a bit of rain.
Here's Konate. Pass out to Salah. Salah in. McAllister with a shot. Oh, what an opportunity. What a goal it would have been. But Anana, it was more or less straight at him. And it was blocked wide and around the post for a corner. But he met that first time on the volley. McAllister twisting his body. And Anana makes the save.
They should be 2-0 up. They absolutely should be 2-0 up, Liverpool. They have cut Manchester United's defence totally wide open in the last 2 or 3 minutes. And it's not taking anything particularly complicated to do it. Just willing runners into spaces. If they score now, they could completely take over Liverpool.
That's ominous. That's a warning. Here comes the corner. It's caught by Anana, stretching his hands high. on the edge of the 6-yard box. Kilmarnock 0, Ross County 1. George Harmon with the opening goal there. That also a 3 o'clock kickoff. Still Celtic 3, St Mirren 0 after their... Well, I think it was a surprise defeat, Pat, wasn't it? Certainly in terms of the scoreline, 3-0.
Wouldn't call it a surprise, I'd call it a shock.
Shock defeat. I hope you listen to that with us on Thursday. Here is Ugarte, 0-0 here. Ugarte playing it forward, he was caught, and then Hoyland threw himself down after Van Dijk put the challenge in. But the earlier challenge on Ugarte was a Curtis Jones hauls Ugarte to his feet.
I think they've evened that one up there. I mean, there are going to be some tackles in that midfield just now, and if you're a referee in a game that like this, you cannot go for yellow cards too early. It can spoil the game, but it's a rod for your own back, as everybody knows. But Manchester United must be slightly relieved now. They know they could have been 2-0 down. Really surprised that it's one of those chances weren't taken.
Yeah, and I thought McAllister's body shape as he volleyed had a touch of Dalglish about it.
I see what you mean there.
Here's Bruno Fernandes then with the Manchester United free kick to the edge of the area. Maguire tries to head it across the edge of the box. That is blocked by Liverpool. Lovely touch from McAllister to take it past the first man forward towards Salah, but Bruno Fernandes was the covering player, and he was able to put the challenge in on Salah and win the ball back for Manchester United, who have played it all the way back to Anana. And with Bromley down to 10 men, it is now Crewe 4, Bromley 1. So Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. Liverpool beginning what is their first match of this new year with a 5-point lead at the top of the table. Long and forward, Van Dijk comes across and heads it away. Now here's Amad Diallo, not really able to get into the game yet. Amad Diallo, remember his thrilling winner in the FA Cup tie between the sides last season at Old Trafford, the 4-3 after extra time, when he then got sent off for pulling his shirt off. Well, not yet into the match. He's been one of the brighter sparks, hasn't he, over the course of Amorim's time, and they're talking about him close to agreeing a new contract. Amad Diallo. Here's one for Bruno Fernandes to chase down into the right-back position, but it rolls out of play. He can't reach it, and it's a throw into Liverpool.
Yep. You know, when Liverpool actually get the ball with the goalkeeper, instead of playing it very, very quickly, what they tend to do is slow it right down and allow Liverpool to get themselves back into position. And because of that, there's no space whatsoever for Diallo to get the ball. There's no space for Bruno Fernandes to go on the ball and do his creative work either. So, and I understand why they're doing it, why they're slowing it down, why they're trying to kill the game, but a wee bit early to be wasting time, I think.
Yeah, the Liverpool supporters, by the way, all the fans coming together just there. You heard the applause for a young Liverpool fan, Max Greenhouse, who sadly lost his life in a car accident recently. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0. Alexander Arnold now with the pass, but Diallo was retreating, just keeping an eye on Salah, who was on the right wing, but Diallo was able to receive the ball. Salah, by the way, he scored in the last 7 matches at Old Trafford against Manchester United. As United come forward, and the ball is played slightly behind Amad Diallo, who was inside the penalty area and ended up heading it away. However, Mazraoui shoots. That's blocked. Kobbie Mainoo with a chance, deflected over the top of the crossbar. Manchester United broke away down the left-hand side with Diallo, who swung the ball in, but Diallo had just
behind him, wasn't it?
It was just behind him.
There's nothing you can do about that. You're flying at this point. He was onside. We were level with it when the ball was played through, and he's flicked it in. If you're on that left-hand side and you're trying to play in the middle, you want your forward to hang back a little bit to give you something to aim at, because if you put it too close to the keeper, he'll just come out. And just seeing what happened there.
They collided with Alisson.
Yeah, I thought it may have been the post, but you're right, it was Alisson. Very brave of him to get in there, but he must be gutted. He's running in towards the cop there. The right ball in front of him, and I just think the young lad, he just got a bit
over-eager.
Yeah, over-eager, no more. And not a natural centre-forward waits, because you can always make up ground. You can't stop and get back when you're going at that pace.
Which led to the odd sight, actually, if you watch it on Match of the Day tonight. It actually looked like he was heading it away, but he'd overrun it, Amad Diallo, so he was beyond the ball, and in trying to get his head to it, actually headed it away to the edge of the Liverpool box.
You do anything to get on the edge of it. I mean, well done him. I mean, that's certainly the best piece of play for Manchester United so far. We're talking about that high line. Well, they managed to get past it that time. So Diallo left-hand side to Diallo.
And
it's one thing they can work on.
So it's a corner out to Manchester United. Giallo's received treatment. I think he's going to be all right. He's just clapping hands with Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United, who've not even scored here since 2018. Here's Bruno Fernandes' corner, and then it's headed away, and then Salah plays it back to Alexander-Arnold, who is tugging back De Ligt, who very cleverly, the Dutch central defender actually got in front of Alexander-Arnold, slowed down, which forced Alexander-Arnold to foul him and win a free kick for Manchester United.
It's a very important challenge I had to make there, because there was a massive overload on that right-hand side. And that's not the first thing you want to do, is to get an overload when you've got Salah on the right-hand side. Salah is picking up some absolutely brilliant positions just now. Just a few minutes ago, he found himself centre forward one-on-one. It was just a poor ball, he never got it.
Manchester United take the quick free kick, then it's played in by Bruno Fernandes. They headed down at the back post, but the offside flag is up. It might have been De Ligt. Both De Ligt and Maguire were after it at the pool. Although Bruno Fernandes is he suggesting that, what's he complaining about? He's waving his arms around. Anyway, he actually might have just been calling his teammates forward. I think he was for to press from the goal kick for Liverpool.
Which is interesting. There's many a manager.
Dalot and Salah are wrestling one another. Salah might have been away. Actually, referee Oliver pulls out the first yellow card of the match for Dalot. So the Manchester United left wing back up against Salah is on a yellow card, and he was sent off here last season.
Not good news at all. That means you can't get too close to Salah, so you have to be very, very sensible, because you just need to make one mistake now, which is easy to make with the speed that Mo Salah's feet go at.
And as you say that, Pat, Dalot has to get close to Salah, which he does, but wins this little duel as he plays the ball out off Salah for a throw-in for Manchester United.
It's just mildly surprised that Salah didn't try and pick up a lot of pace and go at him at pace, because if you do that in a player who's already just been booked, then they must back off you.
Still 0-0, 5 Live in the World Service from the BBC, and Manchester United, who have created a chance, coming forward again. Bruno Fernandes gets a second chance to pass it to Højlund, and the Dane turns and goes around the outside on the left, crosses, and then Konate, with Mazraoui arriving behind him, stumps the ball over the top left corner of his own net, halfway up the Kop.
There are many things that happen in football purely on times, substitutions that are made at 60 minutes that you know you're going to make them anyway. There are a lot of managers in the Premier League in away games now that basically say defend, sensible, calm for 20 minutes and then break out. I have a suspicion that Cameron said that to his own players today.
We are halfway through the first half, and in front of the Kop, Manchester United have a corner, with rain continuing to sweep across Anfield. Bruno Fernandes plays it into the near post, headed down by Gakpo, then he works it away from his own 6-yard box, back to Bruno Fernandes, who goes for a Rabona cross, which is caught by Alisson, but in any case, the flag had gone up and Bruno Fernandes was in an offside position, and now Alisson delivers it forward to Gravenberch, and the Dutchman takes it over the halfway line. Gravenberch infield towards McAllister, then back to Gravenberch again, one of the stars of Liverpool's season. Gravenberch, this 22-year-old Dutchman who started every match bar the 3 matches in the Carabao Cup. Now Diaz stabs it infield, it comes off De Ligt, and Gravenberch, actually it's kept in play by Giallo. No, it isn't, the assistant down here.
25 points to 34. A minute from time, Finn Russell had given Bath the lead with a penalty for Norman, and from being 19-0 up, they let Bath back into the contest, but Phil Dowson's side hang on by a thread. 35-34, one of the games of the season.
And now 0-0 in one of the great fixtures of the season. Alexander-Arnold driving forward, uses Salah, left-footed ball lifted into the box. That's headed down by Ugarte, comes out to his teammate Bruno Fernandes. For Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes chips it across the edge of his own penalty area, then Mazraoui with a nutmeg on Luis Diaz to keep possession for Manchester United. Full-time whistles going in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Celtic have won 3-0 against St Mirren, so more to come on that at half-time in this match, for 2 goals for Kuhn and 1 for Trusty, the Celtic goal scorers. And Sunderland have beaten Portsmouth by 1-0. So another good win for Sunderland after their excellent victory on was that New Year's Day night against Sheffield United. Isidore scoring the only goal today. I have to say, I feel for Portsmouth supporters today, travelling up to the Stadium of Light.
Bit of a jaunt
in this weather, so good luck to them on the travels back as well, and to everyone else too. Almost half an hour played. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0, and more details to come on those matches at half time. It's also Kilmarnock 0, Ross County 1. That late goal has won it for Ross County. Liverpool with Gravenberch again near the centre circle. Gravenberch rolls a pass to his left to Andy Robertson. Back to Gravenberch again, and then Liverpool going back to Van Dijk.
Do you know what's very noticeable, John? That the way it is, it's not a 3-4-2-1 that Manchester United are playing when they're out of possession. They absolutely are a back five. That's the way it has to be, and I think that's sensible from Amorim.
Robertson now to Gakpo, then square 25 yards out. Gravenberch had to stretch for that, and as he did so, he could only send it all the way through for a goal kick. Yes, that was one of the things you mentioned last night, wasn't it, when we were discussing the possibilities today?
Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, you've got two different systems at the same time. When you've not got the ball, you just fall back. You've got a 5 line at the back. You make sure the two wide attackers or wide midfielders are no longer wide midfielders. They're just basically full-backs. But when you win the ball, they have to do another job as well. The problem is being caught if you're halfway through doing those two things. That's where the likes of Salah make a lot of capital. So far, a couple of chances, but then Manchester United have a couple of chances too.
Mohamed Salah, who's the Liverpool record goal scorer with 15 in 16 appearances against Manchester United. It's finished St Johnstone 1, Dundee 3. St Johnstone bottom of the table. And yes, you and I changed our plans, didn't we, to come to Merseyside yesterday because of the dire weather warnings. Good decision, I think.
Too much driving.
Yes, don't get them all right, but I think that one was right. Now Jones plays it to Alexander-Arnold on the right, but he was his momentum actually caused him to slip over. Lost his balance and now near his feet, much to the amusement of the Liverpool fans.
Small Christopher Dean moment there, I think. For the kids out there.
Or Robin Cousins. Here's Gravenberch through the middle. Shoots! Oh, that wasn't too far wide. From probably 23, 24 yards out. Strength again, even though the United challenges were coming in. But he hit it wide and it bounced narrowly wide.
It is a joy of Liverpool. They are so dangerous from so many different areas. Right, we know about Salah, you go on about him all the time, and rightly so. But Diaz, he's changing with Gakpo quite a lot of the time. Sometimes it's Diaz who's the false nine, sometimes it's Gakpo. So you come from left, right, through the centre, but also those midfielders, every one of them is capable of getting forward and being dangerous for a perfect goal. And then you add on top of that Trent Alexander-Arnold. And that is the problem if you're playing against them. You're trying to put fingers in the holes of the deck all the time. They just pop up somewhere else. They're so dangerous when they break.
Yes, not Van Dijk. Here's Ugarte, and then it's won back for Liverpool by Gakpo, who goes on a direct run towards the edge of the penalty area. And these are the undoubted first choice front three for Liverpool this season, with the goals and the all-round play that they're delivering. And Bruno Fernandes draws the foul from McAllister, and it's a free kick to Manchester United, just a few yards inside the Liverpool half over on the far side. It has finished Crewe 4, Bromley 1. As I say, that's the only match that survived the weather in League 2. Also Dundee United 0,